Welcome to the Put on Waivers Media Group, home of the Put on Raiders podcast and the Student Body Right podcast. This is your place for the best breakdowns and the best insight for those who fight on and bleed silver and black. Now, here are your hosts, Dwayne Douglas and Ryan Holmes.
And welcome, everybody, to a glorious episode of the Student Body Right USC podcast. I'm your host, Dwayne Douglas, and as always, I am podcasting off the beautiful shores of the Pacific Ocean. Just a beautiful day out here in Southern California. PORSBR is my Twitter handle, and then it's Put on Waivers _ podcast is on Instagram, so you can reach me there. And just don't forget to rate, review, and subscribe to the podcast as well. That goes without saying. And hit that alarm button, a little bell, so you can get updated when we do make a new show. Right now, USC is putting on a show, right? They're putting on a show right now as far as what's going on. Excuse me, with this 2024 recruiting class. Roy Manning. Everybody, Josh Henson, everybody involved with this and of course Lincoln Riley doing a great job. So I'm really happy we're happy to see that. Want to shout out to Marvin Derby City Sanders, a new subscriber to the channel. This channel is USC and Raiders, so thank you for that, Marvin. And you also got Ramon Flores. We got him and Brian Burgess as well on here as well. So we have those gentlemen coming through as far as that goes. KB17 commented in the comment section. I feel the same way about Colorado. This is for our Colorado episode. They have way too much hype and must prove themselves before we toot their horns. Yeah, I mean, and listen, shout out to our prayers go out to Deion Sanders too. Hopefully he does not have to have his leg amputated. As far as that goes, we know that was a thing that he might have to go in for surgery. We'll see if they can help Deion without having to do that. But they do. They got a long way to go. And I still think, they don't have a conference to really play in. I don't know what their future is like. They're not. I mean, it's Colorado. Like, I know Joe Klatt thinks it's going to be, it's going to be a destination city, but I also don't see it being a destination city when you have teams like USC, and they might get this, the 3 stars. But I mean, how many? You got to have some 4 stars, and he's right. And Deion said it. Deion told the coaches from his old conference, hey, if you don't got a quarterback who can sling it, you don't got a chance. And his son can sling it, and when his son was there, he slung it pretty well. So we'll see what he can do against a higher level of competition. We're defenders of the faith commented, why is everybody so worried about adding a quarterback in the 2024 class? Moss will have a great season. Miller Moss he's talking about, and then Malachi Nelson will follow. Most of the top-rated quarterbacks. Is there more? Let's see. Most of the top-rated quarterbacks start right out of high school. Want to start right out of school. Why would any quarterback from the 2024 class really want to wait behind Malachi for two or 3 years? Get that stud out of the 2025 class. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens as far as that goes. I am not really concerned with it because it's either going to be one of those 2 guys or a transfer. And I mean, again, when you look at the amount of people, the amount of tight ends, the amount of wide receivers, the amount of defensive, potentially defensive teammates who are going to get you the ball back consistently. That's gonna be sick. So good to see. We'll see what happens as far as that goes. But don't forget, as I said, we love the comments. We love all the questions as well. I'm gonna save some of the questions for the season preview. So if you don't see your question or you don't see a comment, I'm gonna save them for the season preview. Right now, we're just gonna go over the little news and notes. Little news and notes that we just did as far as that goes. Your comments, and then we're gonna jump into this 2024 class because it's a good one, and it's good times, it's fun times talking about it. Elijah Newby. I am my life began in the state of Connecticut. So it's good to see USC grab somebody from the great state of Connecticut, the Constitution State. Um, Linebacker 6'3", 185. Obviously, will hit the weight room and will be bigger before he actually hits the field at any point in his career at USC. Interesting that this is a guy who is going to be this is an Alice Grinch guy, right? I mean, this is an Alice Grinch guy. I mean, he's versatile. You can have him rush the passer on some downs. You can have him do a lot of different things defensively as far as dropping in coverage. He's long. He can do a lot of different things for you. So I think it's outside linebacker most more so than inside or anything like that. But but maybe he goes into being maybe a potential. You can pass rush him on some downs as well because he has athletic ability. The biggest question for everybody, they say Cheshire, Connecticut, Cheshire Academy isn't exactly, Bosco, like, is it modern day? So that's going to be the biggest question for him. Like, what does it look like when he comes from that little bubble to what USC brings? And they're not going to go all the way out there to recruit somebody if they really don't think he has tremendous talent. Understand that. Like if he doesn't have tremendous talent, they're not going to go all the way out there to go get him. They went out there and got him. They made that effort. And he took USC over Stanford. Everybody's saying that Stanford had a great class in 2024. Let's see what that is. They also have Elijah Brown at quarterback, so we'll see that as well. We'll see what Elijah Newby as he steps into the big shoes here out here in Southern California. The safety class, the secondary just really gets better and better. Jarvis Boatright, recruited very hard by Alice Grinch and Dante Williams, who was just a masterful job of grabbing people from the secondary. Turned down offers from Cincinnati, Colorado, so he beat Dion on this one. UConn, and then Duke, and then he just 6'1", 170, fluid hips, 3-star, a little bit more of I'm not saying they're all developmental pieces. And some of these pieces you have to be realistic with as well if you're an SC fan. Some of these guys will maybe end up transferring, maybe somebody from the 2025 class or somebody from the current team is not gonna give them an opportunity to hit the field. I mean, that's what you just keep building competition over and over and over again. But that's what you want. But the guy can flat out. And Jarvis Boatright obviously can play so many different places on the field. And I think that's something that's going to be cool for SC to have. Can play. Can cover and can cover in the slot. Can do all those things. And also, when it comes time to bring the hammer, he can bring the hammer. Them boys from Florida don't play when it comes to tackling, and he can come down and bring that hammer. I'm looking forward to seeing him and Zachariah Branch and other pieces for USC to kind of bring that together. I mean, there's so much talent coming in right now. There's so much talent. This is they're coming in droves. They're coming in. They're filling the bus or the plane. With these guys, it's gonna be get these guys on campus, get these guys in the weight room, all those things like that. It's gonna be fun times. It's gonna be fun times at USC. But I mean, we're gonna have. I can't wait to talk about the 2023 season. But right now, 2024 class, and this is the way college football is. You got to talk about these classes. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun to watch them grow and become big time Trojans as well too. So talked a little bit about Elijah Newby, talked a little bit about Jarvis Boatright, Clearwater, Florida product, and a kid linebacker, Elijah Newby from Cheshire, Connecticut as well. So, not only in the backyard, but they're also doing everything all over the map here as well. So got a couple more coming. Like I said, we gotta get through this whole class. So this was cool to kind of talk about those two players. And we'll see. I'll pick it again. We'll pick it again. We'll see what's going on. Let's go out there. And we're gonna go with Xavier Jordan for next episode. And then also we're gonna roll with let's see here. Let's go Ryan Pelham from the LBC. We'll see what's going on with him. Both wide receivers. both have different skill sets there. Both 4-star players, and they both committed to USC. And it's going to be fun to kind of talk about them as we get through this 2024 class. And it's just fun. It's just watching these guys on tape. We're gonna have wearing for big time football here for the Trojans coming up. So don't forget to rate, review, and subscribe. Hit that like button. Leave a comment. All those things like that, and the alarm button. All those things. Do that. Listen to the show. Watch the show. You know how it goes. As always, man. Fight on. See y'all next time.